Hello, welcome to my channel. Let's speak English together. So, yeah, today I read the last article from Harvard Business Review of this month. Yeah, officially the last one. Well, this one I think is interesting. It talk about critical thinking is about asking better questions. Well, yeah, I do think yeah, it's right, quite right, because sometimes you ask some questions that you can Google for it, then it's no point to ask, right? And it will not like make people thinking about really think about the question. They just Google it and they give you the answer, and maybe they will thought you can do it also, right? So yeah, it make no sense to ask a question like that. Well, so but I need to declare one thing. Sometimes I will ask the question like not very like not like a very easy question. It's that I want to make sure or I want to confirm that thing. Maybe they possibly they have two sides and yeah, they are something behind the information I didn't notice that or something like that. And it's very important to me, of course. If it's not important, then yeah, I will take it as what it is on the internet, right? So yeah, this is the way I think I when I ask some simple questions. Yeah. And also I also really try to Google it online, right? Learn it online. So it's a good way that we can search so many things online, and yeah, we make our own study online. That's a very wonderful age right now. All right. So go back to this article. Yeah, they offered some ideas to help you ask a better question. So this is like, yeah, it says how you can answer a question, right? You need to ask question that help other people thinking. So, of course, you ask a question need like a very in deep and not shallow ones that everyone can Google it. So the thing is, the way they offered here is you ask a question and you have a answer, already have a hypothesis on it, right? And you already have an answer, and then you dig into this answer, right? You dig into it, then believe your intuitive, because you might have like pause in a moment. Yeah, I know this. However, if you dig in the deep in a deep way, you will find that there is some more questions, right? More than about this. Well, so I think the thing is we will hold our initial answers very tightly. We believe the answers, so we will not change our opinions. That's an attitude hinder our mind to get the deeper question and the deeper like answering. Well, so this is the first thing. You hold your hypothesis loosely, don't hold it tight. Well, the second thing is you listen more than you talk, right? You listen to your partners, to your co-workers, or to your even to your counterpart, right? This is the train I got. Of course, it's not the train. It's just when in the working process. I have to do that. For example, in a court, you have to listen your counterpart, right? Lawyers, what they said, and then make a note, and you quickly think about how to respond to that. So yeah, that's a good way. Listen to it. I always tell people that of course, not tell some people, not relative. I'm not so like it's weird, right? I'm not teacher. They will feel that I'm annoying teaching them, try to teach them something, right? I only talk to my husband and my son, but they will never take my advice. I'm such a loser. Okay, joking. I know that, but I sometimes I always have lots of joke to myself. I think my audience need to understand me as that I always make jokes of myself. So that's it. Okay, so the third way here is leave your queries open-ended. Yeah, that's the thing. When I was young, I don't know what is open-ended queries. I always ask some simple questions. I don't even know how to formulate a question like will make your answer length, right? And you go long answer, not just short as yes or no. So yeah, there are some example here. I think that's good, and it really like I never consider about that, right? Even though I integrate people a lot, but this is like not in a real life, right? It's in a working process. So I take it as granted, and in the real life, I just leave it behind my. Okay, so yeah, so here's an example. Like if you ask people, "Are you happy in your job?" Then people will answer, "Yes, of course, I love my job," right? And I think you can replace it as, "Hey, what's the best part you think your job have?" Something like that, right? They will think, "Oh, right, what's the best part, and what's the worst part?" Right? Some best and worst. They will think about it and give you like a detailed answers, right? And it help you create the conversation. All right, and of course, it's a way to establish your relationship, your friendship and relationship with coworkers or with customers, something like that. Okay, then the next one is consider the counterintuitive, right? Just now I mentioned that we will think answer intuitively, right? We form our answer to our own question so quickly, just like intuitive. So you need to think counterintuitive, right? You step back and refine it. So yeah, that's good. I think that's a good way. When you form answer so quickly, you will think, let me pause for a while. I need to think about it, right? And yeah, it's a good way. I think, but you know what? Sometimes if you are in a group and the group they rather like rush the answers, right? They like rush answers, so and they want to get the job done quickly. So that's the conflict part. You need to deal with that. For me, I just think you need to really think about that. It's a group really want this job done or quickly, or the group want this job done correctly, right? You think in these two ways, and then I think it might help you resolve this problem, resolve this conflict. All right. The last one is interesting. It said stew in a problem. What means stew? Stew means that you let stew simmer for a little while, and the stew will be more delicious, right? So that's the thing. Like you sleep this question at night, right? Sleep over that, and next morning you will get a better answer, something like that. Also, to formulate a better question, you also need to sleep on it, and the next morning you might get the best questions. So give you give yourself a space, give yourself a time, and also give your group a time, and don't do rush answer or rush decisions. And yeah, maybe sometimes something from your intuitive is not entirely correct, and you will regret the thing. So I think that you reconsider that, refine that, and yeah, your job will done better, and you will have a better question. So this is creative thinking, right? Because yeah, you need to rethink about it, think it twice. Okay, so basically, this is a very good article, and the form of the article is clear. There are like several parts. There are, of course, three big parts in it, right? The first part is slowly from example get to the heart of the article, the hearted question of the article. That's how to make a better question, and then they give some ideas called resolutions to this article or to this question. Yeah, there are 5 points. They give you 5 ways to have a better question, and then make a conclusion. Okay, so yeah, that's a quite good article, and I really like Harvard Business Review because the article always constructed very very clear, and yeah, it's easy for me to learn, right? And they are not that difficult. No, not so many new vocabularies that I need to stop it and check on my dictionary. So yeah, that's good. Unfortunately, I can only read 3 articles in 1 month. But the good news is I found another platforms. For example, like Chicago. Sometimes I cannot find the economic because the economy also need me to pay for it, right? Subscribe means payment. And I want to go to like New York, or I want to go to some local newspapers website. Maybe there are some articles free for me to read online. Okay, that's good, right? It's a good way for me to study English, and to study the writing style, study the grammar, and study and also practice oral English here. So it's good, it's good. Well, anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.